Hey YouTube, DanOttawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with the team that has been my go-to for Season 8 in the Great League. This team has gotten me, as the title says, 320 points, ELO points, in 4 days. And it is a double steal, double flying team with Galarian Stunfisk, Pelipper, Skarmory. So basically how I thought about this team was I wanted to use Skarmory again because like I've said in other videos, Skarmory is the MVP. When you have so many Nidoqueens and Medicham and it can compete with Sableye, it can compete with Azus. It's really an all-around Pokemon and it walls grass, deals with Altaria. It's an all-around Pokemon that just is bad against the fighters. I'm sorry, not the fighters, the steals. Bastiodon, Galarian Stunfisk. So I needed something to take out the Bastiodon, Galarian Stunfisk. In my other videos, I used Swampert. But then I wanted to use Galarian Stunfisk because I just find that Swampert is too glassy. It's super strong and it hits super hard, but Swampert is a little too glassy. And if you get it in something against a tankier Pokemon, you're done for. And at least Galarian Stunfisk has some sort of tank behind it. And then I'm like, okay, I need a safe swap, and I've only been using Pelipper because it's one of my only safe swaps that I have. And then I looked at the line, I'm like, double steal, so there's 2 weaknesses to fire, but Galarian Stunfisk has Rock Slide, so I can deal with the fires. 2 things weak to electric, but there's not a ton of electric. Galvantula isn't around that much anymore, but I could basically use this as like an ABB style team, switch to Pelipper as a safe swap, because if you get an energy advantage with Pelipper, you can flip some matches and align, and then if I draw out Galvantula, I'll have Skarmory to roam free, or if I draw out the Bastiodon, which you'll see in a couple matches right at the beginning here, I can have Skarmory roam free. So, like I said, I've gone up 320 some odd points so far. The teams work very well, and I'm going to show you a bunch of battles that I've won. And you're going to see a lot of these I do not win the lead. So I'm starting with the first team this is a very common team. Medicham, Bastiodon, Galarian Stunfisk. So I come in with my safe swap because I have a terrible matchup against the Medicham with my Galarian Stunfisk. I have a little bit of an energy advantage here. And here's the thing with Pelipper. Most Bastiodons will try and farm down here because they're not going to throw when I have barely energy left. But if you have a little bit of energy advantage, you can get to 3 Weather Balls here. And 3 Weather Balls plus the wing attacks will take this out. So if they do not shield, I just took switch advantage. And in this situation, they did not shield. So now I have alignment of my Skarmory against their Medicham. And I know in the back they're going to have Galarian Stunfisk because it's a very common line. So I'm going to try and save my shields for Galarian Stunfisk. They catch here on their Stunfisk. And now it comes down to a game here of baiting to see who's going to blink first for their throwing the rock slides, who's going to bait, who's not going to bait. We both have 2 shields. I decide to shield the first one. It's an Earthquake, properly. I throw an Earthquake as well. They decide to shield the first one. So we're both going right now for the nuke moves. We're getting to the second one. I think that if I get this Earthquake off and if they shield, I can still probably come in with a Skarmory. Even if they bait me with a Rock Slide here, I can probably come in with a Skarmory and do a couple slashes here. So I shield, and they actually did throw the Earthquake. So because I had a little bit of energy advantage from the beginning, I'm able to take this out. And the Medicham is pretty low here. He has to throw out, or else I'm going to get to the Earthquake, and then my Skarmory should be able to clean up. So that is one where I ended up winning switch against the Bastiodon in this match. In this next game, it is the same team, except the Bastiodon does not allow me to win switch. So I had to lose switch, and then it comes down to energy management here. And it's because they switch much faster. In the first one, I was able to get off like 3 or 4 wing attacks. And I forget if they throw, but we'll find out. Either way, I lose switch here. They take me out before I can take them out, or they shield. I forget what the one. We'll see. So there's the second one. Am I going to get to the third one? Okay, right there. They will not allow me to get to the third one. At this point, I'm thinking, my only win condition here is I need to get this off to either get switch advantage, because I want the meta champ alignment, or I'm fine going 1-to-1 shield here, because they just burned a shield. Now I can come in with Galarian Stunfisk and hard farm. I don't really care about the flamethrower. It's going to do an okay amount of damage, but I need to come out of this loaded so I can throw an Earthquake at the Metacham, take it low enough that the Skarmory can come in and just air slash it. And then when they come in with their own Galarian Stunfisk, then I can do a one-on-one matchup there. So I let that go. I'm going to throw here to force that last shield, because I think that and they don't shield, which is I would have preferred the shield, because now I have a one-on-one shield with a Galarian Stunfisk, and it's not a winning match for sure, but it's not as bad of a matchup as you think it is, because I'm half steel, so these rock slides are only doing neutral damage, and everything I throw is obviously resisted. But between the air slashes and the sky attack, it's going to slowly add up. I'm eventually going to have to shield this rock slide. But what I'm trying to do is make sure that I'm loaded here. I'm going to throw the Brave Bird, because what I think I can do is bail here into my Galarian Stunfisk, reset that. This is now low enough that I can potentially Mud Shot and Air Slash down. And at this point, I get the 1 through there. I can't get to 2 sky attacks, so now my only win condition is to just air slash down. And they get to another rock slide, but again, because it's only doing neutral damage, I survive and I'm able to air slash down to take the win. So there is a matchup where I did not win the switch and I still won the game. The Galarian Stunfisk mirror match is possibly the most annoying lead ever, because it is 100% a bait game. It's 100% a catch game if you can swap and catch the charge move. So I bait with a rock slide, and then I want to try and switch into Pelipper. I don't know why I would want to do that, because I just baited, so maybe that was a misclick. I'm glad it didn't go through. They rock slide in return. At this point, I'm going Earthquake, because if they I think that I have an energy advantage, that if they bait here, I can try and catch on my Pelipper. But they actually go for Earthquake. So now I want to try to catch their Earthquake, because I wasn't sure about the thing. And they also tried to catch my Earthquake. So Pelippers just ran into each other here. I do have an Earthquake loaded, which is important, because I'm now going Hurricane here to take this out, because I had a little bit of energy advantage. Takes this out. They have a rock slide, so they're going to be able to take me out. But throwing the rock slide is going to allow my Galarian Stunfisk to get a Earthquake off and not have to worry about their moves. So switch in, get the Earthquake off. This will take it out. And in the back, they have a Tropius. So this is a very similar comp to mine, where you are going to draw out something with your Pelipper, and then you have your Tropius in the back. So same concept, they just replaced Skarmory with Tropius, which I do not have a Tropius. Skarmory, so finally my first lead win here. They switch into Azu, and Azu is a tough matchup for this team, because I lose here and I lose in the Pelipper matchup. So my only chance here is to go Earthquake, land it, and then come in here and finish it off with a Sky Attack. They do go Hydro Pump, and most of the Azus in the back have Ice Beam Play Rough, so I didn't shield it. And I'm get the Sky Attack off, and I'm able to take this out. So I still will have my Galarian Stunfisk on their Skarmory. I'm going to go Brave Bird here because I don't think I can get to a second move, so I'm just going to go for the big damage hitter. Plus, this will now put it in range for a Rock Slide. Since it's a Shadow, it may take it out from here. They may switch into Swampert. So this is where having Pelipper is great because Pelipper is just so spammy and the wing attacks do so much damage here. They did build up, so it could be a potential Sludge Wave, so I had to shield that up. But now I'm at 2 Weather Balls. So even if they go back-to-back baits here, which that one was too fast, so I knew it was a bait. If they built up and I shielded anyways, I still think that even with 2 Hydro Cannon baits, they cannot get to the Sludge Wave before I would have got to the third Weather Ball. They come in here and snipe me with their Skarmory, which is not great, but now I just need to build up because I don't really care what throws at me here. I just need to come out with as much energy as I can because I need to throw an Earthquake because Rock Slide will be resisted on the Swampert. And it's too much, so I need to throw an Earthquake here so I can throw it off to take the win. Swampert is another tough one. Like, you can deal with Pelipper can, but the Hydro Cannons just are so spammy and hurt so much. Galarian Stunfisk is Sableye. Sableye is another tricky one because it outspams me. The foul plays hit for neutral in every matchup here. And I'm going to let the first one go, and you can see it does a good amount. So two are just going to take me out. So I'm going to bait the Earthquake and switch because if they have a Bastion or if they have a Galvantula, I need to try and draw it out here. They've already shielded once, so I'm going to just match shields with them here and get off this Weather Ball if the game allows me to. They snuck in a Shadow Claw, even though I clicked the button like 5 minutes ago. Get it off, and out comes a Meganium. And this is rough for the Pelipper because Frenzy Plants are going to be doing neutral because I'm half water. But I can now come in and hard farm with Skarmory. And they cannot throw anything at me that's going to make a difference. Frenzy Plants resisted, Earthquakes was resisted. Earthquake, obviously 2 of those will add up. But if I can come out of here absolutely loaded, I'm fine with taking 2 Earthquakes here. Because having 2 Sky Attacks loaded is key here. Especially with only 1 shield left on theirs. And it's a Mandibuzz. And I've seen this Mandibuzz Sableye core a bunch. So I try to come in and snipe there. They now are going to get me. I am going to Rock Slide because I think I can get a Rock Slide here. And then get that last shield on Mandibuzz. And I'm hoping that their foul play is not enough to take me out. And they let that go, which is a huge mistake because, well, I guess they need to shield this up. I guess their game plan was to farm up anyways. And what are they doing? What are you doing? I can just, okay, so poor play on my opponent part there. The Rock Slide is going to hurt you the most, and you just let 2 of them through. So now they have to shield up a Sky Attack. But even at this point, I can probably just Air Slash down. And because they have to throw here, or else I would have Air Slash down, they just drained all their energy, and I can Mud Shot down. Barely. So they almost did win, despite the letting 2 Rock Slides go through. Maybe they were worried about the Brave Bird, but the Rock Slides are super effective, right? So Azu is, again, another tough matchup for this team because I can go Earthquake here, hoping they don't shield, and then come in Pelipper. If they do shield, I still probably got to come in Pelipper because you can't come in Skarmory because if you come in and a Bastiodon comes in, you're done. So I come in with my Pelipper, hoping that it's a hydro pump, but it's just a play rough, so that's going to do 50%. And now they can just take me out with an ice beam. I'm building up. I've got to shield this. I think at this point I'm going to build up to a hurricane and bait. Yeah, that's what I would do. Looking back to, I would bait because even if they don't shield, which they don't, I can get another one off before they get a move off here. And I'm still got energy loaded. And that's the thing. I think that if you throw the hurricane and they shield it, especially that low, you're put yourself at a huge disadvantage. So even if I have to use 2 weather balls, that's okay. And I have some energy coming out here for the Sableye, and because they definitely lost count because I'm just being wing attacking nonstop, they lost count and now they have to burn a shield. So that is good. I now honestly can come in with either, and this is why I'm debating because I don't really know what I want to come in with, because I can come in and do a rock slide here. Rock slide's gonna be pretty close to taking it out. I can let this go through, hoping that I can get to the rock slide. I now have to hope they don't have a Bastiodon, Glare, and Sunfisk in the back, or else this team is done. And they let it go down, and it is a Marowak in the back, which is not great. So I'm going to throw the rock slide here. They are likely to shield because that would be doing super effective. I'm trying to get to the rock slide, and then I get close and I bank the move, because what I'm hoping is that I can do enough damage with these air slashes and potentially a Sky Attack or a Brave Bird to then just get to a rock slide, take it out. And they threw the Shadow Ball, and I'm trying to get this low enough. I don't want to throw the Brave Bird yet because then I would go down, and now I'm at as low as I can get. So I'm going to throw the Brave Bird, hoping this is enough to take it out, and it is. So the Brave Bird obviously is a 2-time lowering of your defense, so you have to try and save it at the last second. Galarian Stunfisk into Deox. This is also a very, very tricky position. So I come in immediately with the Pelipper. This is where having like a different lead and coming in with your Galarian Stunfisk is better, because you want to just neutralize the moves. And how comes a Mandibuzz? I saw Mandibuzz a lot, and Mandibuzz is so tanky that even this Hurricane only does 50%. So it's a lot of energy to build up just to only do 50%. And these foul plays, Pelipper is pretty glassy. So a couple foul plays is going to take me out here. Unfortunately, that does not take it out. I'm going to have to let this go because I can't go down 2 shields. And I'm going to come in and try and do the most aggressive mud shot farm down in history here, because I want to try to come out with as much energy as possible. I do realize that I'm not going to get there, so I throw the rock slide. But now I have to deal with the Deox with a shield advantage, which is not ideal. So I'm going to come immediately into Skarmory because I need to do more chip damage here. And the air slashes are going to do much more than the mud shots, obviously. I shield up a Thunderbolt, which is good, but now I'm down 2 shields, and they are not switching. So at this point, I'm thinking something in the back does not want to see my Skarmory, so I'm just going to throw the Sky Attack and just throw the next one as soon as I can, because they want their Deox to try and take this out for some reason. And I got both shields. I'm hoping I can get to one, but they are obviously loaded, and they're not going to allow me to. This Thunderbolt will take me out. I am close enough to a rock slide and try and throw it, and they catch on a Ninetales, which is okay because I think they think their Deox is their win condition, but it's a Charm Ninetales. So now I can load up a bit. I'm going to try and load up to 2 rock slides so I can rock. I'm not worried about the charms. So I need 2 rock slides so I can rock slide here and then rock slide on the Deox immediately. Back to back, hoping that this is enough to take the Deox out. And it is 1 short, but 1 mud shot beats the counter. In the next match here, Galarian Stunfisk against Altaria. So a good lead. Again, we're not seeing a ton of good leads, and a Ferrothorn comes in, and I screwed up here. A Ferrothorn is a nightmare for this team because depending what it has, if it has Power Whip, which I expect it to, and some also run Thunder. So I should have come in with the Skarmory here because these water guns are, weather balls are resisted too. And I've already shielded one, so if this is a Thunder now, I am in trouble. But it's just a Power Whip, which still does a lot of damage because I'm half water, right? I'm going to try to take this out, and I think this won't be enough to take it out anyways. But I do get a shield, and I'm just going to throw this. Probably won't take it out, but it's at least going to do some chip damage that I can come in and farm with something. And they have to throw it or else I take them out. So I'm not going to get a lot of farm. And it's a Mirror Shot. So that's important to know because now I know they're running Mirror Shot, Power Whip. I have to just take this Power Whip here, but it's only a Mirror Shot. So that's good. I guess they're trying to lower, they couldn't get to the Power Whip. They're trying to lower my attack. Swampert comes out. So this is not good. I need to throw this Earthquake and get out of here. And I got one shield, which is okay. But now I have to deal with this Altaria and then deal with the Swampert. So throw the Sky Attack. I'm going to throw another Sky Attack. I decide to let this go because the Sky Attack will be resisted. And I think I definitely need to save a shield for the Swampert. And I'm hoping what I can do is just farm down here and have a Sky Attack loaded, but I can't. So I let this go, and I still get it because it was resisted, and I'm able to get this off. Problem is I don't think this is going to take it out, so I'm still going to need a Rock Slide. No, I'm going to need an Earthquake here, which is not good because they are going to definitely have two loaded here. So they're going to get the first one off here. And I'm pressing, let's go, come on game, and nope, they get the second one off. Luckily, this is not a Shadow, because if this was a Shadow, I was done. But it is not a Shadow, so I survive, get the Earthquake off, take this out, take the win. And I think this may be the last game. Yep. Galarian Stunfisk against Mew. Mew, again, is a tricky one because Mew on the lead. What does it have? I don't know. I assume it's Surf, which does not put me in a good position. I built up to Earthquake and then just throw the Rock Slide, hoping to grab a shield here. They do not shield. I'm immediately going to go into the Pelipper, hoping that I caught a Surf, but I shielded up because I think if they didn't throw right away. This could definitely be another wild charge. So I just need to shield, go down 2 shields, hope that I can just do 2 shielded against whatever, 2 shields down against the rest of this team, having full health. I'm going to get some back here because I am loaded. This will take it out, so I'm expecting to get a shield unless they just let this go, which is unlikely. They do let it go, okay. Which is interesting because now they have a Scrafty. And I guess they think their win condition is they can get a foul play off here and then ramp up on my Galarian Stunfisk. But what they don't know is I'm running double flyers. So even if you take me out here, which they don't right away, so I'm going to immediately go into my Skarmory to do more damage here. They're just trying to ramp up here because I think they think their win condition is just ramping up against my Galarian Stunfisk. But now they just have to burn their second shield. I can continue to wing attack this. They need to throw the foul play because the Power Punch is not going to take me out here. So they do throw the foul play. That takes me out. I can come with a Pelipper trying to take this out. Doesn't take it out. I'm hoping to Mud Shot down. To not Mud Shot down. And now they're going to get a move off. I'm hoping it's just Power Punch, which it is. They bank that. They come into Mew, hoping to snipe me quickly. I got the Rock Slide off here. They don't have energy because they throw back-to-back wild charges. Mud Shot down, and I should be able to Mud Shot down, and that is good game. So that is a team. You saw how it performs. Pelipper, like this is like the culmination of my Great League because I've made videos with Pelipper as a safe spot multiple times. I made videos with Skarmory dominating multiple times, Angler and Stunfisk, as people know, is a strong team. So double steel, double flyer does the job. Took me up to high 2300s. And that's it. I'm going to do one more video tomorrow. I want to try out, I got another team I want to try out before Great League ends. And then I'm going to take the weekend off. And then we are going to load up with Ultra League, which starts on Monday. So we'll do it like we did last time with top 10 teams. And then we will get Ultra League going. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.